Okay, in compliance with Chapter 231 of the Open Public Meeting Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice have been given to all members of the governing body, the local source, and the Westfield Leader, the two newspapers designated to receive such notice. This notice is also posted on the Borough Hall Bulletin Board. Let's stand for an invocation from Councilman Mortimer.
Dear Lord, please look over our town's residents as we enter this holiday season. Please be especially mindful of our uniformed personnel, keep us safe at home and abroad. And please help us to make decisions that will benefit our fellow residents from Mountainside. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Martha, roll call, please.
Councilman Zierkes?
Yes, here.
Councilman Lane is absent. Councilman Andre is absent. Councilman Messler?
Here.
Councilman Mortimer?
Here.
Councilman Turner?
Here.
First, we have the approval of the minutes for the regular session meeting on October 21st, 2014.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilman Zierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Abstain.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilman Turner?
Yes.
Do we need one more vote? No? No? We have the approval for the minutes of the work session meeting on November 4th of 2014.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilman Zierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilman Turner?
Yes.
Okay, first we have Resolution 103, 2014. Renee, why don't you take that?
The resident at 1120 Irish Drive registered his son for recreation basketball and decided not to attend. This resolution will authorize a refund in the amount of $75, which includes the cancellation fee.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilman Zierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilman Turner?
Yes.
Next, we have Resolution 104, 2014. Glenn?
This resolution of the Borough Council of the Borough of Mountainside in the County of Union, New Jersey, covenanting to comply with the provisions of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 as amended, applicable to the exclusions from the gross income for federal income tax purposes of the interest on obligations issued by the Borough of Mountainside, authoring the mayor, borough clerk, chief financial officer, and other borough officials take such action as they may deem necessary or advisable in the effect of such compliance, designating a $4,851,900 bond anticipation note dated October 30th, 2014, and payable October 30th, 2015, as a qualified tax-exempt obligation pursuant to Section 265B3 of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 as amended.
All right, so we have a motion, we need a second.
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilman Zierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilman Turner?
Yes.
Next, we have Resolution 105, 2014. Keith?
Resolution 105, 2014 is a resolution that will authorize the borough's acting chief of police, Alan Atanasio, to apply for a New Jersey Department of Transportation Highway Safety Fund grant program known as the Safe Corridor Grant for the year 2014 under contract number 22-6002123. So moved.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilman Zierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilman Turner?
Yes.
Next, we have some ordinances. We have a second reading with a public hearing on ordinance 1227-2014. I believe this is our FAR ordinance, is that correct? Yes. Okay, it's now in final, I guess in final shape, so Bob, you want to?
Yes, this is an ordinance amending,
Oh, go ahead.
this is an ordinance amending Article 10, Section 1008C and 1009C and 1010C of the Land Use Ordinance of the Borough of Mountainside.
Okay, we have a motion to introduce on second reading. We have a second.
Second.
Okay, now we're going to open it up for public input.
Seeing no public participation on this ordinance, I move that section be closed.
The public input is closed. Poll the council, please.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilman Turner?
Yes.
Next, we have first reading on ordinance 1230-2014 with no public input. Renee?
An ordinance amending Article 10, Sections 1003, U1, and 1006A of the Land Use Ordinance of the Borough of Mountainside.
We have a motion. Do we have a
Second.
second? Second, poll the council, please.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilman Turner?
Yes.
Next, we have a couple of motions. We have a motion to approve the appointment of Patrick Claybar as a volunteer firefighter. All those in favor?
Aye.
None opposed, so moved. Next, we have a motion to approve raffle applications for Our Lady of Peace Church for 2 on-premise draw raffles, an off-premise draw raffle, and a 50-50 on-premise draw raffle. We have a motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
None opposed, so moved. Glenn, bills and claims?
Be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside that the following bills for the persons named and for the amounts stated below, having been duly audited and found to be correct this 25th day of November 2014, the same be paid after council's review if and when funds are available, and that the mayor, council president, administrator, and treasurer are hereby authorized and directed to sign and deliver warrants for same, total $219,087.73.
We have a motion to pay the bills. We have a second.
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilman Turner?
Yes.
Next, we have any council comments?
I want to thank the residents of the Borough Mountainside for coming out to vote on Election Day. I appreciate your continued confidence and support. Thank you.
Anyone else?
I think we have our tree lighting ceremony,
And that's going to be what, December 6th?
checking right now, the 6th.
Yeah, it's
Is that correct, Frank? December 6th?
December 6th? It's always a fun night. The Girl Scouts, I'm assuming, will be caroling again this year. And we have some assurances that the tree will actually light this year. Not that it hasn't in the past, but we can almost have a guarantee. Also, on behalf of myself and the whole council, we want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And everyone, I hope, eats a lot of turkey and whatever else we eat on Thanksgiving. I saw something on the Today Show today where they had a report about how many calories a typical family would consume on Thanksgiving. They had one of these special reports where they had some guy inside with a camera, and there was a guy outside saying, oh, this guy had 3 pieces of turkey, 4 pieces of ham, and it turned out the family, the average meal is really around 1,500 calories. A family of 7 had 24,000 calories on Thanksgiving, so I hope everyone enjoys this Thanksgiving. Next, we have audience participation. I see we have a young lady in the audience. I have a feeling she wants to come up and say something.
I spared you for 2 months because I wasn't feeling well. But I have to bring to your attention,
Just come up and state your name,
Say
please.
your name and your address, even though
do I have to talk into
For the
this?
record,
No, you don't
please.
have to.
Oh, okay. Frances Eamon Belloc, 1238 Poplar Avenue, here in Mountainside. What else do I have to tell you?
That's it.
You have
That's
to make
it?
your comments, that's all.
All righty. The problem that I have brought to your attention is still a problem. You did send 3 men out to confer at the bridge, and they looked over our properties on either side of the runoff. They agree that there's a problem. I don't seem to have much of a problem, they claim, because I have been, over the years, planting things, but that's only taking care of the top layer. My problem is it's beginning to go under the soil, and I'm waiting for a time when it's going to just collapse, and I won't have a backyard, I won't have the fence there and so forth. It seems that, from what the gentleman told me, that there's, quote, something that I've heard all over the years when I've talked to anybody, there's nothing they can do. However, I would like to know how work had been done on the area from Central Avenue to Cedar, where they years ago put these rocks on the side of the runoff, and it's no longer possible. How did that get done? And I understand that the rest of it, someone told me, is going to have something done for it. Well, how did they get this when we're washing away? And I've been talking to people on and off for, I would say, maybe 40 years, although I've lived here over 50, almost 60. I'd just like to know what's going to happen, what these gentlemen have said, reported back to you. I know what they said to me at the bridge, but I'm not satisfied, and I'm not going to keep quiet.
Well, I know that our borough engineer, Mike Disco, is the gentleman really
Yes, he was there.
that you're talking about. And he's been doing some very thorough investigation through the DEP as to what actually can be done. I think one of the problems is that the regulations have changed and are actually making it more difficult for any work to be done, similar to work that may have been done in the past. It's a very complicated process. The permitting process is also somewhat expensive, so I know he is investigating what he thinks we can get done and what he thinks we are not going to be able to do. So I know he hasn't completed that investigation, but he's looking at it. And unfortunately, when it comes to this kind of stuff, it takes a lot of time when you go through the DEP. But he is working on it. I did speak to him about it today, actually, in anticipation of, we saw you here today, so I wanted to get an update so I could update you. But you know, he's working on it. I can tell you he's not very optimistic that he's going to be able to get the approvals through DEP to do the work that I know you think is very important to get done, but he's working on that.
Well,
Okay?
I also want to say that, you know, in the past when I've talked, they said nothing could be done. Nothing has been done except that the water rushing down has white caps on it very often, because our weather has changed so drastically. In fact, my neighbor the other day called me to say, "Did you see the white caps?" And I had been told at that time nothing could be done, nothing could be done. They also suggested that I call the Army Corps of Engineers. Even if they told me, and someone told me that I should get in touch with some kind of a man who could tell me what should be done. Well, I understand from what I've heard in other times that there is an easement on both sides of that path that I couldn't do something even if I wanted all these years. I've always been told my hands were tied. So it's like a no-win situation, except that my land is being washed away.
Well, we're trying, ma'am. I know our engineer is trying, and we're going to continue to try.
Okay, and I'll continue to come and
I'm
meet
sure you
and
will.
see your smiling faces.
I'm sure you will. It's not a problem.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I guess we don't have any executive session tonight, so we need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay, a second?
Second.
So adjourned.